If you have the drama and the trauma that you're attracting every day, it's you attracting it. And it's not because you're doing anything wrong, it's because your nervous system is on a frequency that is attracting that. And that usually happens from your childhood, or if you've had something traumatic happen to you, then you're automatically in that frequency and vibration, and you're wired that way. Let me give you an example. I grew up in a traumatic, dramatic household. I was the middle child. I didn't get any attention. My mother is a narcissist. My father's a narcissist. He was a long haul truck driver and absent all the time. And this made my life seem chaotic all the time. And I grew up in a cult in South America, and we were there till I was 9 years old. And we moved every year. We lived with a ton of people that were always fighting. It was always chaotic, and I was never safe. That means that I grew up with a dysregulated nervous system, always vigilant and always looking for everything. Now, that's not always a bad thing, because this makes you have skills. You can see patterns, you can recognize things, and you're hypersensitive. And I am like that. So chances are that if you've had that, you are also like that. So it is a good thing. But when it becomes a bad thing is when you don't realize how much it's controlling your life. You're never in a state of rest because you don't know what that feels like. And when you do feel it, it feels foreign and unsafe to your nervous system. So you automatically start to create more drama where there is none. And I've seen this in my siblings time and time again. If you cannot hold down a job, if you are constantly fighting, if you are attracting violence into your life, if you are attracting other people that are on the same frequency as you are, you'll notice that that's where you are, because the people that you attract usually have some kind of drama and trauma going on. And if they're trying to come into your life, that means that your frequency is on that. And in order to change it, you have to start rewiring your brain and your nervous system. That it automatically changes your reality. And it means that if you have those friends and you start changing, they're going to fall away because they are used to that in their frequency and their vibration. And it comes from the nervous system. My little brother had it particularly bad. And there are 7 of us, and he was the youngest. And he was not cared for by my mother. He was left alone all the time. My mother is hypercritical. And so he cannot hold down a job. Every single thing that happens to him, every off comment or supervisor that doesn't work out, he gets angry with. And he quits or walks out because his nervous system isn't regulated. And if you have this trouble, then it's your nervous system. It is not you. And when you do things like this, you end up shaming and guilting yourself, because I did it a lot when I was younger too. I didn't fight or anything else, but I did walk away. I would just walk away when I was younger. Now, as I got older and I was able to advocate for myself, I would go to human resources or whatever. But it wasn't until I had my NDE and I woke up that I realized that it was because of my nervous system and my childhood. And so when you're in that frequency, you're automatically going to attract that. And the only way to get out of it is to rewire your brain and to tell yourself good things about yourself and to visualize who you want to be and start doing that on a regular basis until you believe it's possible. And then you're still going to have these things come up. When you're spiraling out of this frequency, you're going to have these things come up, and they are going to confront you. And that is training. It's training for you to regulate your nervous system and metabolize the situation so that you can start moving forward and not let it get to you. I used to tell people all the time when I was a 911 dispatcher, you have to be like Rain-X on a windshield. I don't even know if they make Rain-X anymore, but 15 years ago they did. So you have to be like Rain-X on a windshield and let it roll off like ducks. You know, their feathers are full of fat and oils, so water just runs off them. And that's what you have to be. You have to regulate your nervous system. Your reality, your belief system, all of it has to do with the nervous system. When you rewire it, you change your reality.